So Arsenal 1, Manchester City 2. And that was the best first half performance I think we've seen all season for a very long time, not just this season. Thomas Partey's best game for Arsenal since he's joined the club. Absolutely dominated midfield for 96 minutes. We got the goal. Bukayo Saka stepped up in a big game. Well done to him. And then Granit Xhaka and Gabriel happened. Capitulation. Kenny, you were at the game. You see it firsthand. What did you make of that?
You know what? First and foremost, I just want to praise my players, our players. They're a credit to the football club. You know what? You know, one of the things we said yesterday in the podcast, me, you and Jez, was about the sort of sacrifices you have to make. You know, that physically we had to make sacrifices, be without the ball. But the things that I liked is that when we did have the ball, we got bodies forward. And if you look at the goal, Tierney, it was because we had bodies forward. Saka was that extra body. He swept it in and put us 1-0 up. Deserved as well, because if you look at it, yes, City had a lot of possession. And I thought, like, off the ball, I thought Sterling gave Tommy Asu a fighting hiding in terms of like physical strength. And I thought, in fact, all their players looked strong. You know, there are times when Gabriel, was, like in other games where he wins free kicks by getting his body in front of people. City weren't having that. And I think that was kind of the theme of the game, that, there's a reason why City, are where they are, because physically they win the ball back really quickly. And I think what it was is that set the theme. But we matched them, and that we were brave. We got into situations. We didn't hit long balls. We passed the ball. Partey, as you said, was fantastic today. Xhaka did well today. Odegaard, he was in the practice. Lacazette held the line well. Martinelli was fantastic. He could have scored a worldie. And then, Tommy Asu, like I said, battled. He won a few battles. But I thought Kieran Tierney today, in terms of getting in and doing the good things that he did last season and getting crosses in, can't fault the players. But as you said, one of the things is that the person we're going to talk about is Stuart Atwell. Yes, Stuart Atwell was controversial. Yes, Stuart Atwell made a name for himself. But one of the things you have to do in football is that whenever you feel there's an injustice, leave it to the fans. Leave it to me to tear the stadium off. Leave it to me to scream at the referee. You still got to keep calm, especially when you're playing well. If you lose your heads, you're playing to Man City's hands. You're playing to the, Atwell's hands. You're playing to VAR's hands. And I think what's happened is we lost our heads. Look at the penalty that we think we should have had. Yes, it looked like a penalty. My wife said it was a penalty. But, you've got players like Edison, puts his foot out, he stretches, he's good with his feet. He gets the benefit of that. Why does he get the benefit of that? Because he's good with his feet. Why does he get the benefit of that? Maybe because he plays for Man City. But there's still, 90, another, 89 minutes left of the football match. And we didn't let that affect us. We scored straight afterwards. We were very much on top. Did Ramsey have a shot to save? I don't know. I don't think so.
Think
but as you said, you mentioned two people, Xhaka and Gabriel. First, let's look at Granit Xhaka. Whether we like it or not, at the time, I was in the ground, didn't look like a penalty. But when you look at VAR, you look at the first angle, you see him go towards and attract to the ball.
Yeah.
He panics. Yes, Silva needs to go down, but Xhaka still panics. Angle 2, if you look behind Xhaka, holds, leg goes out, didn't want me to it, the leg went out, then he tried to trigger it back. Too late. Leg goes out, Silva sees it, boom, thanks, mate.
Yeah.
We're playing against a brick wall. You just let us back in the game. And that's what's happened. And then there's a sense of injustice. The crowd are angry. Everyone wants to kill the referee. We're saying that the referee got bought. The players have to be calm, Lee. They've got to be fucking calm. They have to be fucking calm, because guess what? Leave that to us. Gabriel feels a bit of injustice. As I said before, in other games, he gets all these free kicks where he gets his body in front of the players. He's cute, but City are aware of that. They're strong. So what's happened is that they're looking at Gabriel and think, right, 50-50s, he looks like fouls, and probably are, but the referee ain't giving them. So he's got this kind of injustice in his head, gets himself booked in the first half, second half. All you got to do is that it's 11-11. So what if Jesus gets in front of you? So bloody what?
Yeah,
You
on the
know,
halfway
the
line of
fact
all places
on
as
the
well.
halfway
Like
line,
it's on the edge
you
of the
don't give
box.
you don't give Jesus a decision, Jesus a chance to go down, and you don't take him out. The minute you take him out as a booking,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter whether it was a soft booking or not. It's a booking. Obstruction is a booking, right or wrong. Because
Fact.
I know more. I don't know much about football law, but I know about obstruction's always been a booking, even when I was a kid. And we
Yeah.
were playing at, the Astros when I was playing at
And
all
even
the
if you go back to his first yellow card, he was messing
at
around
London
with the
Colney.
penalty spot. He messed around with the penalty spot, yeah, which was stupid. And then 2 minutes
Yeah,
later, he does that. Head
yeah,
gone.
yeah. Because again, it's a sense of injustice. But what's happened is that you can't take the law into your own hands. Yes, you feel injustice, but guess what? When the minute you go on like that, what will happen is that all the good things you do is that you get into it goes into your head. You know what I mean? And that's what's happened. He's allowed himself to get played by Atwell. Atwell has a decision to make. You and I know he wants to make a name himself. Well, he's giving him a give me. Atwell didn't give the penalty. He didn't think it was a penalty, but he gave him every decision. But VAR gave him it.
Yeah.
So from then on, we started getting players booked left, right, and centre. Holding gets himself booked. So what we have to do right now, yes, every video title you're going to see on YouTube, every newspaper cutting, if you go on BT Sport or Sky, yes, we got robbed, blah, blah. But normally, me and you, when we lose, we go for the manager. We go for the players. I can't batter them. You know for what? I'll batter the players. I can't batter them. But what I will do is that if they go in and forget the good things they did today and go with this sort of like persecution attitude and, go back to their bad old ways, I'll batter them.
Yeah.
I've got to batter them because the simple reason is that if set standards today, in all the other games today, that was a fantastic performance. Those are the standards. Take it to Liverpool and play like that. Play like that.
Yeah.
Yes, if Liverpool beat you, fine. But you've got to set those standards. It's not a case of just being contained and make yourself difficult to beat. Be effective when you're in attack. And we are effective today. We've got Tottenham away, right? There's no need to cry about this. Move on. We still got a chance of effective season. We still got the FA Cup games. We still got a chance to get to the final. And, we still got the points. Yes, it is an injustice. But guess what? Learn from it. You have to learn. Because you don't learn from it, we're going to have a situation where we're going to get knocked by Liverpool, get knocked by Tottenham. We go on a run where we're going to lose again. Big boy football. Life's a fucking bitch, Lee. It is a bitch, but guess what?
Yep.
You've got to keep fighting.
100%. And today, that was our best first half performance. Second half, up until the penalty, the head rush. Yeah, like we were playing so good, they didn't look like they were doing anything. And then as soon as that happens, complete capitulation. It's like, here we go again. Yeah, and if Martinelli had put away the chance that he had, then we wouldn't even be talking about referees and VAR. We'd be talking about how we.
We're angry him. Martinelli. He did the easiest thing he did was he got excited and thought 2-1. But in the first half, he could have scored a worldie.
When he scored that, you was there. You see that live, yeah? If he scored that, that's goal of the season, mate. That would have been mad if he'd scored that.
Well, that's what we all do. We're all holding our coats, gasping with breath, having heart attacks, and that's the thing. He's fully fit, and like Mikel's got no excuses to leave the guy out, and he doesn't lift him out because the guy's playing well. Last year it was excuses. He wasn't ready. He wasn't fully fit. Well, you know what? When he's fully fit, he's he'll put in performances like that. Saka as well. The cobwebs and the fatigue, emotionally, mentally, and physically from Euro 2020. He's now in a situation where he's playing his best football again. Again, it's probably not good for Pepe because Pepe. But Pepe needs to be ready because he's going to get a game this Thursday. So it's one of the things right now. Football's a dog-eat world, as we said yesterday. Players are got to play for the places. There isn't they feel with justice, want to kill someone, and but remember the thing: it's standards, and these are the standards that Arsenal football got to play for. You know what I mean? It's a shame we did. We still the better side, even with 10 men. But at the end of the day, City knocked on that door, and you know what happens? Tired limbs, mistake. Rodrigo scores, and then what will happen is that we still try to win it. But you know, I just hope that these performances are the norm, because if it isn't, I'll batter the players. But today, I'm not going to batter them. I've got a lot of pride with them, and I thought, you know what? They're a credit to the football club, and they're a credit to their coach. You know, not just the coach of the touchline, but the coach that's at home, like laid up with COVID again. Because you know what,
100%.
It's my utopia. Everyone come together, the players and the coach, and that's what I want to I want to shout about. Yeah, there was other situations, but one of the things that I've got a lot of respect for the players is that in spite of the big name player being left out, in spite of the like all the turmoil, they're getting on, being men, going like soldiers, and putting it out their minds. Got a respect for that. Yeah. But Dave, we're winners. It's a results business. But let's not get in a situation where we start crying our eyes out and start getting everyone to feel sorry for us. Sorry, mate. So what? It's like we've got to be like soldiers. Shit happens on the battlefield. Next battle.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, Kenny, get home safe. We'll do player ratings a little bit later on, mate.
100%, mate.
Thanks for coming on, buddy. Appreciate it.
Definitely. Look after yourself.
I'll tear her out.
Of course.